Check, check. Ah, there it is, right? See, we always got to double check those things. Ah, breathe with me. Let it out, right? Morning mindset reset. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I am excited because we are moving and shaking. And I want to welcome you all for being here to kind of getting that little rejuice into your mind. First off, for those who don't know me, my name is Lion Flood. I am your coach. Yeah, you just don't know it yet. What I do is I help podcasters and content creators go from feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, embarrassed of being on camera to getting to the point where they feel focused, confident, and proud. Yes, I got it. I got it. Final Cut Pro. And how we do that is we give them standard operating procedures to help them get rid of the anxiety of being on screen. And I'm excited because I just got off a meeting with a potential client, and we were talking, and she was in South Africa. Like, I would have never thought that we would have took this to a point where we're starting to go, to the world, right? To people around the world. And it starts with the mindset, right? So we're coming to talk to you about some mindset items, but I want to know what's going on with you in your world. So if you have any comments, any questions, or anything, go ahead and put them inside of the um, chat box right here. I love to get to know you and how you're doing. If you have questions, go ahead and place them like this with a Q colon and then write your question right afterward. That way it can separate it in the systems, and we can get to know it. So I want to know, what is your mindset? What does it come down to? There's going to be two things I'm going to talk to you about mindset today that helps you focus and redesign in your life, whether it's in business, whether it's personal. It all starts with our mindset. You got to want to change, right? We are not beholden to our past. We're not beholden to our history. We are not beholden to our culturistic divides. We can change. We can make those steps happen, right? And so I'll give you a couple examples of some of those things. Uh, People usually gravitate towards negative, right? Negativity. For whatever reason, it's something that we're going to be doing, something that we're going to be working with. And I'm actually going to put my timer on here because I got a meeting to jump into at noon. So let me grab my timer on here because I want to keep myself good to go. 10 minutes on the clock. Bam. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I'll give you an example, right? You may see this also and you may notice this. And I think recently I did another mindset reset talking about your circle. You got to make sure your circle is, um, small. And make sure your circle is tight and what you want it to be. You got to be willing to let go of those bridges or whatever else people talk about, right? But people will gravitate towards negativity more than they will with positivity. And I realized that with friends and associates and people. Where's that down? And you got to be willing to grow and let go. No matter how tight you are, no matter how close you think you are. If people see you growing and they're not, they feel stagnant, they feel hurt people. They will say things to bring you down, try to make you not grow because they don't want you to leave them. Instead of thinking, hey, if you get out of this bucket and the crabs in the bucket mentality, you may bring me up as well. Case in point, uh, I've worked my patootie off to try to work and be positive. And I had someone ask me, well, how are you positive? And then they asked my wife that same question at work. It's a lot of work. And we did a talk on this here fairly recently as well. It's a lot of work, but it's better than the alternative of continuously wallowing and being negative, right? There's a lot of energy to try to focus on the positive. Easier to go to the negative. And if you're in that mindset, you got to work to change it. You got to make a decision. You got to say, I'm done with it. Let's keep going. Let's keep growing. So you will make a post, and you see some of these memes out there, and people will say that, right? They use Drake for an instance, and they'll say, or someone will post something positive, and it'll get, 5, 10 responses. people looking at it. But if they post something negative, woo, people come out of the woodworks with it, right? And I get that. I get why they do it. I don't agree with it, but I get why they do it. And so I'll post something or whatever, and then people will not respond to it. I get a few questions, people asking, "How do you do this? What are you doing?" But if you post something that's controversial or negative in essence to them, oh, they're all over it. I don't know why their brain they writing they I can't believe you doing that. But it's very few times someone will say, hey, how are you able to do the things that you're doing? Right. And for an example, my mindset, I've always been hungry to get success. And success, I'm going to talk about that in a second. It comes in different ways, but I've always been hungry. I used to be at a gas station or I'd be at a store or something. I'll see someone dressed in a certain manner or in a vehicle. I was like, whoa, I want to be in that one day. And I would ask them, hey, what do you do? How do you get that? I wasn't scared to work towards that. But if you don't ask questions, how are you going to know? And people tell me, one of the things that I heard the most that I, started working towards is I'm an investor. I'm like, okay, let me start to learn about that. And that, ooh, yeah. Anyways, so, but people will run towards the negative instead of towards a positive. A while back, when I'm in the vehicle, when I'm watching, listening to radios, changed. I started listening to podcasts. I started listening to audiobooks, positive things. And I noticed I started to work towards something different. My son would get in the vehicle, he would hear it. But hey, what are you listening to today? You know, kid, listening to something that's going to push me towards what I want to get to. So that's my first thing I want to tell you. Stop running towards negative stuff. I see comments and posts and it ain't gonna affect me, so I'm not commenting on it. Why? I got so many different things. You know, if I get a chance to work with someone in another country in South Africa, man, that's just it may seem small to you, but to me, I'm like really grateful on that, right? The next thing I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to say this here. I'm going to ask you the question and give you a second just to think about it yourself. But again, if you have an answer, go ahead and throw it inside the comments. I love to hear it. And for those who are watching on the tube, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and that bell, ding, so you can get notified about all of the great content that's coming up. Because we know live happens. Oh, there it is. I keep forgetting. Keep going the wrong way. Okay, so twist the wrist this way. It's in the res. It's in the res. Okay, hold on. There it is. So I just place it right there. Because we know live happens. And speaking of that, real quick, before I go into this last one, if you're working to gain that momentum, I'm telling all my VCA students who may not hear this because we don't mix them into that, but anyone else who's interested in that as well, go live. Go live. Get on front of your camera. Go live. Get this coach. But what's next? What is success for you? So that's the question. What is success for you? Success comes in different manners. Some people it's financial. I'll tell you what it is for me. One of the things. Success for me is 4 trips. That's it. 4 trips a year that I work towards my family and I being able to do. I love to do 2 big trips and then 2 small trips. Right? I want to show my son, as I always tell him, memories over money. Right? Make memories. I want you to be able to be 25, 35, 40 years old and tell your kids or tell your family members, hey, this was my pops and my mom and I used to go to. We used to do this when we were this age. Right? If you work towards those memories, the money will come. Yes, you need money to be able to do some of those things, and that's great. And we do have that. I used to be so, I don't want to say afraid, but I used to be so like, I don't want to tell people I'm successful. I remember my wife would come in and sometimes people would come over and she would say, why do you tell people how much the TV costs? Someone would say, how much does that TV cost? 10,000. Yes, yes, I paid $10,000 for a TV. No, I didn't put it on layaway. No, I worked to a point in my life where I was able to pay $10,000 for a TV. Yes, our other TV in the other room is $8,000. Yes, so what? But people would see me sometimes, and My wife would say, "Why do you tell him that?" Because I want to motivate him. I remember hearing that from Steve Harvey once. Also, someone told him, "Stop showing all your pictures of all the places that you travel. People don't want to see that. You're rubbing it in their faces." And he stopped for a while, and then later on, he said, "You know what? Why?" Me putting those pictures up are motivating, showing other people of what they can have. Right? I don't need tons of jewelry on. I don't wear watches. I don't wear all that to show off. I don't need it's a silent thing. It's the comfort for my family, right? And so we want to take those trips. We want to go to Europe. We're going again. Well, we're going to the Bahamas next week, and then we're going to Europe next June. I think it is June. We're going to London, Paris, and then Rome. I think it is, and then I don't know if we're gonna do that one, but we'll have another big trip coming up, right? But what is success for you? It can be whatever you choose it to be. It doesn't have to be money. Do not label your success if you don't have money. If you're able to get up and be healthy with your family, that could be success. Let that be a goal that you're working towards. Change your mindset. Do not let society tell you what success is. If you don't have this type of car, you're not successful. They've already backed you into a corner then, right? They've already told you what you have to do. Man, we got to work to change our mindset. We got to. That's where it starts at. But if you're okay being where you're at, then that's fine. Don't let anyone tell you that you need to move on from it. That's okay. But just be honest to yourself. Be real to yourself and stop saying, I got this and I got that. People with it don't need to say it. They don't need to talk about it. Right? So that's basically it. I just wanted to tell you that. And for all my tubers out there, if you're looking for some coaching, I just put the link inside there. Make sure you check out our coaching program at lionfly.com/coaching. Okay. Check that out. And then also we have a 14-day free trial for my e-cameras out there. People are looking to elevate and bring up their video presence. Check out my 14-day free trial on eCam. And if you work through my link, I'm an affiliate of eCam, so you don't pay me, eCam does. I will also include a 45-minute free consultation for anyone who uses my link to purchase their eCam. And what else? And my Searchy, fellas, if anyone out there is looking for that as well, I'm an affiliate of Searchy. I absolutely love Searchy. DM me the word Searchy, and I will definitely give you a free demo of how you can use Searchy to elevate your business and your content. So thank you all for taking a moment to listen to me. That's it. That's my time. I appreciate it. I'm out. Just work towards changing your mindset. Mindset reset. Oh, and then let me take this here really quick, and then we're going to be out. Make sure as we're working towards building up our VCA programs and everything else, that join us on Mondays. We have new episodes of LinkedIn Live. We'll be teaching how to elevate your business and network. Network is your net worth. Then on Tuesdays, 9 a.m., we're going to start doing once a week our mindset reset at just that time where you can come in and get that jolt into you. Then on Wednesdays, we have 11 a.m. Eastern. YouTube Live, where I'll be doing my tutorials and teaching you how you can implement some of these things. And then, of course, Friday nights, 11 p.m., my wife and I, we're bringing back our Friday After Dark, where we get into it and we teach you and work on your relationships to help you continue to build that. That's what we're starting to work towards and everything like that. It's going to be a little short period of time where it's going to stop because we're going on a talk trip and we're going to enjoy that. But other than that, when we get back, we're ready. I know it's coming into the holiday season, and the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to get into Q1 and start this again? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Thank you all for coming and listening to another really quick mindset reset. Lion Flood here. Work towards redesigning your life and continue living while you are alive. And I'm going to take you out on my newest jam that I got from a DJ in our eCam, DJ Rob, and our eCam community. DJ Rob, oh, you know what? I should have did that. Did that. Let me see if I can do it. I'm gonna just hit him with it, DJ Rob, and then I'm gonna take one out on here. So here we go. Let's see. Coming straight out of eCam. Let's see if we can put this up. Where is it at? Oh, there we go. We got you, DJ Rob. Coming straight out of eCam. Go, 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 go.
E-Camp Fam. E-Camp Fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the E-Camp Fam. E-Camp Fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the E-Camp Fam. This is a jam for the E-Camp Fam. This is a jam for the E-Camp Fam. E-Camp Fam is the name of the jam.
Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over,